Albert Einstein was a great scientist. He loved to learn and explore new ideas. His work changed how we see the universe. He gave us new ways to think about time, space, and energy. And this is the story of his life. The life of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on March the 14th, 1879. He was born in a small town called Ulm in Germany. His father, Hermann, worked with machines. His mother, Pauline, loved music and played the piano. She wanted Albert to learn music. She taught him to play the violin. Albert liked music, but he loved to think and ask questions even more. As a child, Albert was different from other children. He did not start talking until he was 4 years old. His parents were worried. When Albert began to speak, he asked many questions. He was curious about everything around him. He wanted to know how things worked. One day, Albert's father gave him a compass. Albert was fascinated by the compass. The needle always pointed north, no matter how he turned it. He wondered why. This was the beginning of his interest in science. Albert went to school. The teachers were strict. They wanted students to memorize facts. Albert thought differently. He liked to think deeply and solve problems in his own way. He was often bored in school. The lessons were not challenging enough for him. When Albert was 15 years old, his family moved to Italy. Albert stayed in Germany to finish school. He missed his family and felt unhappy. So he decided to leave school and join his family in Italy. Later, he continued his studies in Switzerland. He was happier there. The teachers were more encouraging. He could learn more freely. Albert loved to study science and math. He was very good at it. After finishing school, he wanted to become a teacher. But finding a teaching job was difficult. So, Albert started working at a patent office in Switzerland. His job was to look at new inventions. He decided if they were truly new and useful. Even though Albert worked in an office, he never stopped thinking about science. He worked on his own scientific ideas in his free time. In 1905, Albert was 26 years old. He published several important papers. One paper had his famous equation, E equals mc squared. It showed that energy and mass are related. It was a big discovery. It changed how scientists saw the world. Albert's discoveries made him famous. Scientists all over the world were amazed by his ideas. In 1915, Albert completed his theory of general relativity. This theory explained how gravity works and affects time and space. It was a new and powerful idea. In 1921, Albert won the Nobel Prize in Physics. He won it for his work on how light works. This helped scientists understand light better. Albert was famous, but he stayed humble and kept working on his ideas. Albert was not just a scientist. He was also a kind and thoughtful person. He cared about peace. He believed that people should live in peace. He did not like war. He spoke out against it. Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany. Albert decided to leave. He moved to the United States in 1933. He began working at Princeton University. During World War II, Albert learned something serious. Scientists in Germany were making a powerful bomb. He was worried about this. He wrote a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He warned him about the danger. This letter helped start a project. This project led to the creation of the atomic bomb. Albert was very sad that his letter led to this. He wished for a world without war. The atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Many people died. The cities were destroyed. Albert was very sad. He did not want his work to harm others. He felt sorry for them. He wished for peace. He wished for a world without war. After the war, Albert continued to work for peace. He spoke out against using these bombs again. He supported efforts to stop wars. Albert believed science could help people. He believed that it should be used responsibly. Albert Einstein passed away on April 18, 1955. He was 76 years old. Albert Einstein was a very smart man. He had big ideas that changed the world. He loved to ask questions and learn new things. His work made science better. His ideas still help science today. People all over the world know his name. Einstein was kind and wanted peace. He used his knowledge to help people. He showed us how to think deeply and care about others. He also taught us to use our knowledge for good. Albert Einstein will always be remembered as a kind and brilliant man.